topic.
What is up, guys? I'm here with Afton Young, dude, like one of the funniest friends that they have. Afton, do you have anyone you want to shout out to the camera? Or?
No shout outs today, but I just want to say we're back in OB, Ocean Beach, California, one of the most amazing places on earth.
Beautiful.
And we made some new friends, and now we're going to record this pod about what, Kyle?
Comedy. And Afton, have you put a thought into this at all? Like what it takes to be funny? Like, are there any like patterns or principles that can be generalized over to the audience that you can like kind of transfer a little bit about?
I mean, well, one, comedy is subjective. So you want to pay attention to the person that you're talking with or trying to make laugh. And this doesn't go for stand-up comedy or like big groups.
Attention on the beach. If you are the owner of a white Jeep Wrangler, license plate 9DNT.
The microphone is going to cut that out.
No, it's going to cut it out.
Parked in
no way.
The microphone should cut that out.
Access lane. We need you to move. Thank
There's
you.
no way it's cutting that out.
Okay, but anyways, continue.
What was I saying?
You're talking about how it's subjective and it depends.
Oh yeah, so pay attention to the person that you're talking with, and then you could test out jokes on them. So you might have a big repertoire for different people that you talk to. But say you're with Kyle, and then you try and say a joke, and he doesn't get it. So you try and say some type of joke about firefighters, and you say it around Kyle, and
Which
he doesn't
happen
laugh
that much.
He doesn't laugh
I get
at all,
my
right?
jokes.
So you're not. So when that happens, you mentally take note of that, and you're like, okay, well that one didn't work. So you're gonna try a different type of joke, and then the type of joke that works on him, you would keep making those type of jokes. So say, for example, Kyle always laughs when you act dumb, like when you pretend like you don't know about something. So he'll be like, oh, let's go to McDonald's, and you're like, what do they have? Like, obviously that's not something that anybody would actually say, but if you're like, oh, what do they have on the menu at McDonald's? It might make Kyle laugh. So then you keep doing little stunts like that.
So it's like operant conditioning. It's like you it's just like throwing stuff out there, and then some stuff works, and like you look for like the principle in that stuff that works.
Yeah.
And then you iterate it in like your next cycle.
And there's some type of jokes that you tell that are not going to make anybody laugh because they're not really funny or they're not jokes.
Yes,
so,
your audience matters.
Yeah, your audience is a huge factor, because if you're joking with your grandma, you're not going to make the same type of jokes that you make with your homies.
Yeah,
You're not going to make some
look
joke
up some
about
ChatGPT stuff.
Like, oh, you know what? Let's try fentanyl, grandma. Like, she's not going to laugh at that.
No.
But your homie might. Your homie's going to be like, oh, that's funny, bro.
Okay, so depending on the audience member. Okay, so yeah, there's no like one size fits all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But obviously, like you kind of want to get to the point where it's like majority people, regardless of age, ethnicity, like laugh.
And it's continue.
So I guess like, are there anything, like, because I know like setups, like there's like setups, so you have like the conditions, like the premise of the joke, and then you have the punchline, like the unexpected thing that occurs that you say. I know what you do a lot though, what you're really good at, is that we'll be in like a social environment or some sort of environment, and the environment will be the natural setup, and he'll throw in a punchline to the setup. Like, I can't think of an example right now. Fuck, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, it would be like, we're sitting down, there's grass around us, we're recording a video, and then the punchline would be like, oh, are we gonna start an OnlyFans now? Or something like that. That would be the punchline. So like he would use his current environment in front of him as a setup to the punchline.
Yeah.
I feel like you've never practiced stand-up, so like it's a complete, because you're doing your own setup too.
I mean, and some of it is subconscious. Like it's not that I purposely picked up on, oh, they think that joke is funny. It's just like over time I picked up, oh, this type of joke is funny in a certain environment, right? And location-based jokes are good because everybody's gonna have the same, at least like experience with that. Mm-hmm. So say if you're making a joke like, oh, the other day I was on the subway. Well, not everybody's been on the subway, so it might not be funny to the type of people that don't actually know what that experience is like. But if you're making a joke and you go to the beach and then you make like, oh, it looks like it's raining cats and dogs and the waves are like, I mean, that obviously isn't a joke, but any type of joke that you can make based on the location, everybody's gonna get it because they're having that same shared experience with you.
That makes sense. Okay. Are you thinking about that? Like, is this a conscious effort that like you're putting deliberate effort into while you're living? Like, are you like consciously thinking to yourself like, okay, what can I say right now that would be funny? How can I like what? Or are you just like, don't say you're not trying?
Yeah.
It's like clearly like you're making it's a.
I mean,
skill.
it's not like I'm super like deep into thought about it. Sometimes I'll just think of a word and then I'll have an association with that word and then I just example, like say, I don't know, like if somebody was talking about
like bricks.
Bricks?
Bricks. Like bricks. Use bricks as an example.
Yeah, like shitting bricks.
Yeah.
It's like the first thing I think of. So like say you see a few loose bricks on the ground and then you're like, oh, there's bricks on the floor. But you're like, I'm not just gonna say there's bricks on the floor. What's a funny way to say that? It's like, oh, somebody shit their bricks out right there.
Okay, so to wrap it up, it's dependent upon the audience member. Okay, so it's subjective.
Yeah.
But our goal is to make as many people laugh as possible. And there are some things that are funny, but you're trying to find the funniest thing to say. Because you could say, like, same conditions, something that's funny. And yes, it's funny how there's a whole tangent about this. Like, we get to find, like, funny, like, how hard someone laughs. I'm sure there's, like, ways to measure that. Yeah. So that's step number one. Step number two is that you're using the environment that everyone is in as a setup to the punchline, and then you throw in a joke in there. And then, like the third rule that you kind of shared was using associations, like rhyming or word associations.
Yeah, word associations, or even bricked up. Like just thinking of some way that you can turn like an ordinary sentence you would say into a joke.
Okay.
Like say you could say it in an old-fashioned way, like say it in some type of proper way.
Okay.
And they might be funny. You're like, oh, go fetch me the water instead of pass the water, like something like that.
If someone was brand new, dude, like you're taking like an infant, they know how to speak, they know English, basic grammar, and your goal is to make them the funniest person. Yeah. And you have like a whole week to do that, and they're working 12 hours a day. Like what would you have them go through? Like what would you do? What would you tell them? Like how are they allocating their time to have the highest return toward becoming the funniest, quote unquote? Yeah, that's a tough question. I've never trained anybody in comedy, but I would tell the baby just focus on finding like the most I think just sharpening his own sense of what he thinks is funny. So say like the baby, send him to go out and watch some comedians and find what type of humor that he likes. And then, or even just like maybe YouTube videos or a friend he finds funny, and just try and maybe copy a little bit from them. Like obviously you can't steal jokes, but maybe like just a style, maybe a delivery. And you could take the delivery of one comedian, take the punchlines of this comedian, and kind of make an amalgamation. And not like you can't obviously take their jokes or their punchlines, but just take maybe like an arm movement or a gesture or something you find funny, and just apply that into your comedy. So it's like in a way, so if someone's brand new, watch comedy, and then in a way, it's like in the very beginning you have no idea what you're doing, so model them and like replicate what they're doing. So copy and paste exactly what they're doing. Once they're kind of good at that, like the first couple of days, they're watching a bunch of Kill Tony, they're watching a bunch of like if you don't even know what you find funny, it's going to be hard for you to recognize what other people find funny. So you have to like develop like a taste of what is funny or not funny. Yeah, and that's hard. You need experience for that. You need data. So you gotta start. Okay, what else would you say? Like what? So like first couple of days, he's watching a bunch of videos on comedy, and he's developing like his taste of like what is funny, what isn't. Yeah. And then what's next? Next, he's definitely gonna have to practice his delivery, because there's ways to. You could say the same joke 15 different ways, and it's gonna sound like 15 different jokes. So how would he practice that? So what I would say he could practice with is just using maybe different tones in his everyday conversations, like trying to have a serious tone in a non-serious situation, or just switch his tones throughout the day. Tonation and even diction would be something to change up. That's going to like an important point, like, because how much of comedy, I would say I am like 100% delivery and 0% actual like words. Like the words, like the setup, the punchline, I don't know. I'm horrible at like the actual punchline, but the delivery of it, of like the tone, you're good at cadence, everything, tone, so. That's good. So how would you get better at, this is like a biased question, obviously. Yeah. Because that stuff I understand. Like this is sales, this is communicating 101, having high energy, whatever, being an extrovert. But this part is like the harder part of like, because I would say Shane Gillis doesn't have like the best, like he has good delivery, but it's like what makes him a killer comedian is his setup in the he has good stories, good punchlines. That's the hard part. That's like the new era of comedy. Before it was all, you know, like Cat Williams. And I feel like another thing that is not really like big anymore is body movement.
Like, I mean, you could still use a little bit of body like language and movement in comedy, and you will.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's less of like a hugely important thing now.
Okay, so what would you get into though? Like, how would you get someone set up with the setup, the premises, and then the punchlines? Because what makes a good dude? That's the hard question. What makes a good punchline? Because it has to be related to what we're talking. If I'm saying the setup is grass, we're in this environment in OB, and then I mention Red Rocket, that's not going to be funny. That's completely random. It's random. It's unexpected, but it's not funny.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. I honestly don't know what makes a good punchline.
It's hard,
but we could theorize about it right now.
Like for example, if we saw like a homeless person, there's like a red lifeguard truck behind the camera right now, and if we saw a homeless person randomly licking that red truck, you'd be like, oh dude,
yeah,
that was
really
a dog,
be funny.
or like some like sort of like a Red Rocket joke, that would be more funny. But why? It's unexpected, as well as.
But it's an action that a dog would actually take. So it has to, like say if a dog was licking that, or like if somebody was peeing on it, then you could say like, oh, like why doesn't he lift a leg up, right?
Yeah.
Or like somehow relate them to a dog. But if somebody was licking it, you can't make a joke about like, oh, he looks like a giraffe right now when he licks it.
It's unexpected though. It's unexpected.
See, it's unexpected, but it doesn't relate in any way. So you have to relate it a little bit, or like somehow make the situation become like another situation that could still happen.
I feel like it also has to be like socially inappropriate. Like it can't be like a norm. Like it should be like something that you
slightly
socially shouldn't be talking about, speaking about, like red rockets on dogs. Like what? Like okay, first of all, I don't know where that randomly, guys. I was not. I don't know. That was random. Dogs. I swear to you, that was random, bro. But it should be something that you don't talk about. It's unexpected, as well as it's related. There's one like couple variables in the setup that are related to the punchline. It can't be completely random. It can't be like the homeless person licking the lifeguard truck and then 9/11. That wouldn't be funny. But
well, you could have said, I bet the firefighters on 9/11 wish that happened to them.
Yeah, that would be more funny. Why? Why is that more funny?
Because it's actually slightly related.
It's more so there's some
9/11.
Setup, there's some like factors in the setup that are related to the punchline. So it's like this weird balance.
9/11 jokes, it's just not funny in 2026.
Yeah, we don't make those kind of jokes. We're sorry about that.
Sorry.
Is there any like personal apologies that you want to make right now?
Sorry to Pete Davidson's dad, and he was a firefighter that died in 9/11. And sorry that George Bush chose to commit those atrocities.
R.I.P. George Floyd.
What?
R.I.P.
No, George Bush, bro.
Oh, George Bush.
Yeah, actually, R.I.P. George Floyd, bro.
For real. If you don't respect that, just leave this podcast. Like, this is not for you. Sorry about that.
Our first episode is getting controversial, bro.
Already,
You're not posting
dude.
this.
Yes, we are, bro. Dude, this is not bad. We're chill.
Yeah.
We're chill.
Yeah. But let's do another one.
This is good, though. Good shit.
Like
that's good, bro.
Well, the first one was better. The comedy one.
No,